In a world defined by fleeting moments and quick transfers, one man stood as a testament to loyalty and enduring greatness. For 25 years, Paolo Maldini was not just a player for AC Milan. He was the club's beating heart, its soul, its very identity. He wasn't the loudest, not the flashiest, but he was a silent force, a graceful assassin who would conquer Europe time and time again. This is the story of a man who didn't just play for a club, but became its legacy. Welcome to Luxe Legends, where fame, fortune, and controversy collide. Section 1. The Inherited Legacy and the Youthful Prodigy. His destiny was not chosen, it was inherited. Paolo Maldini was born into AC Milan royalty. His father, Cesare Maldini, was not only a legendary player, but also a captain who led the club to its first European Cup. This placed an immense weight of expectation on young Paolo, a pressure that would have crushed lesser men. But he embraced this legacy with a quiet determination. Therefore, he joined the AC Milan Youth Academy, a prodigy in the making. At just 16 years old, his talent was so undeniable that he was given his first team debut. He was a teenager, thrust onto the professional stage, a boy playing against seasoned men. But his poise, his defensive intelligence, and his elegant style of play were beyond his years. Therefore, he quickly established himself as a first-team regular, a feat almost unheard of at a club of AC Milan's stature. He was initially a right back, but his versatility and two-footed ability were so extraordinary, therefore he was moved to the left side, where he would go on to define the position for the next 2 decades. He was a quiet leader, a man who led by example, not with fiery speeches, but with a serene competence that instilled confidence in everyone around him. His early years were a baptism by fire, a grueling test that proved he was worthy of not just his father's legacy, but a legacy of his own. Section 2. The Invincible Defense. The late 1890s and early 1900s witnessed the rise of what many consider the greatest backline in the history of football. Under the tactical genius of Arrigo Sacchi and later Fabio Capello, Paolo Maldini, along with Franco Baresi, Alessandro Costacarta, and Mauro Cassotti, formed a defensive unit so formidable it was nicknamed the Invincibles. This defense was not just about stopping opponents, it was a system of synchronized movement, of constant pressing and intelligent positioning that squeezed the life out of every attack. They played in a way that was completely revolutionary, but it required an almost telepathic understanding between the players. Therefore, their training was relentless, a constant pursuit of perfection. Maldini's grace and composure on the left side were the perfect complement to Baresi's aggressive, man-marking style in the center. They were a beautiful machine, and they were devastatingly effective. They won 3 European Cups in 5 years, dominating the continent with a style that was both suffocatingly defensive and breathtakingly elegant. The 1994 Champions League final against Johan Cruyff's all-conquering Barcelona team stands as a testament to their greatness. Milan was missing key players, but they delivered one of the most masterful defensive performances in history, shutting down Barcelona's famed Dream Team with a shocking 4-0 victory. Therefore, they proved that a resolute defense could defeat the most celebrated attack. Maldini was at the heart of it all, a silent, powerful force that had become the very backbone of a legendary dynasty. Section 3. The Captain's Enduring Reign. When Franco Baresi retired in 1997, the weight of the captaincy fell on Maldini's shoulders. It was a burden that would have crushed most men, but Maldini accepted it with a quiet grace. Therefore, he began a new era of leadership for the club. He was a different kind of captain than Baresi, but just as effective. He was the calm voice in the storm, a man whose presence alone could settle a chaotic match. The late 1990s were a difficult period for Milan, but Maldini's consistency and loyalty became a beacon of hope. Therefore, he led the club back to glory in the 2000s. He won the Champions League again in 2003, his 4th title, cementing his status as a modern great. But the story of his leadership is perhaps best told through 2 very different finals. In 2005, in Istanbul, he scored a goal in the first minute of the Champions League final against Liverpool. But Milan suffered one of the most stunning collapses in football history, giving up a 3-0 lead and losing on penalties. Therefore, it was a brutal, heartbreaking defeat. 2 years later, in Athens, in a Champions League final rematch, Maldini led his team to victory against the same opponent. He had faced his greatest humiliation, but he came back and conquered his demons. Therefore, he proved that true greatness is not a never failing, but an always getting back up. He had not just survived, he had endured. Section 4. The One Club Man and the Modern Icon. In an era of mercenary players and constant transfers, Paolo Maldini stood as an anomaly, a testament to a bygone era of loyalty. For 25 years, he only wore one shirt, AC Milan's red and black. He received countless offers from other top clubs, but he rejected them all. Therefore, he solidified his status as the ultimate one-club man. His final years were a testament to his incredible longevity. He played at the highest level into his 40s, a testament to his discipline and a lifestyle that was befitting a true professional. His final match in 2009 was an emotional affair, a tribute to a man who had dedicated his life to one club. It was a beautiful farewell, but a small group of fans, angered by past events, booed him. Therefore, it was a bittersweet ending to an otherwise perfect career. The majority of the world watched in shock and disbelief at the disrespect, but it was a testament to the fact that even a man of his stature was not immune to controversy. His retirement was the end of an era, but his legacy as a symbol of unwavering loyalty and elegance had just begun. Therefore, he remained an iconic figure in the sport. He is a multimillionaire, with beautiful homes and a comfortable lifestyle, but his most important role remains as a father, guiding his sons, who are also footballers, in the same footsteps he took. Therefore, the Maldini legacy continues. He is not just a legend, he is an aristocracy of the sport, a man who has transcended the game to become a symbol of loyalty, class, and true greatness. In the end, Paolo Maldini's story is a powerful one of a man who was destined for greatness and met that destiny with grace, grit, and an unwavering commitment to his one true love. He was the one club man in an era of global transfers, a captain who ruled Europe, and a gentleman who represented the very best of the beautiful game. He may be retired from the field, but his legacy as a leader and a legend will live on forever. Join us next time as we delve into another story of immense fame, unimaginable fortune, and jaw-dropping controversy. Don't forget to subscribe to Luxe Legends, where fame, fortune, and controversy collide.